thing.
Yeah. It's a process.
I know that people definitely don't have these.
The pop filters?
They don't in visual.
Oh.
Because, right, it's just, you are Bane.
Yeah.
Right?
really adopted the podcast.
Yeah. Wow, you can really see how upset I am.
He was doing, to be fair, Tom Hardy was doing a lot of heavy eye acting in that movie.
Yeah, but he normally is eating when he acts, so that's why it was so hard.
But he...
He's one of those actors who's always just like...
He's just shoveling cakes and foods.
Yeah. He's like, I'm a good actor.
He puts on a Boston accent when he's... Are you sure you're not thinking like Christian Bale maybe when he's like training?
No, they're all... Dude, him...
all the greats.
All the greats.
Yeah.
Their go-to thing...
Shoveling food.
Is shoveling food in their mouth or acting like they smell a fart for the entire time. Just a lot of... Good podcast thing we just did with your faces.
That's good. That's true. That's going to translate really well on audio,
Really good. Yeah.
All right. Well, this is the podcast. This is the pilot, actually.
Yeah. And you've done audio checks. It doesn't feel like you did any audio.
I did. No, I did. I was doing quite a bit beforehand. Yeah.
Okay.
You see those spikes, baby?
Oh, wow. That's the money. Every time it hits, it's money.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's actually the stock market.
It's crashing. Oh no.
Yeah, I got a real time ticker going. The market is in the shitter big time. Huh?
I don't know anything about it.
I just know it's not a good time to be alive, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I feel like I hear that all the time, regardless.
Yeah, it's never good
to be alive.
No, it's never like something else is a bigger problem. Like you didn't get in on something and you should be working harder, or everything's bad.
I think the thing that I always try to learn about stocks and trading, not always, but I try and stay abreast. And every time I just feel like there's new information, and I just don't. I'm so tired of learning about it. Because, you need to know about this because, there's this global event that's happening that's impacting this particular stock. And it's just like a domino effect, like a daisy chain of events and things that I need to keep learning and reading about.
I think my problem with the whole thing is that eventually you figure out what it is, and then you're like, wow, if I put my money in this, I will probably make money. But it's like, in theory, I'm, hurting a lot of people.
That, yeah. Also,
there's no way you can just put your money in the stock market, really, and just be like, well, there's no child labor. That's not going to be you.
There's no exploitation, yeah.
There's zero way. Every one of these jobs involves having 1 million tablets with cobalt mines. There's not one of the thing in the, you know what I mean? In the NASDAQ that's not, completely injurious to, people.
And you also need to have a good bit of money in order to profit well too off of it, which I do not. So there's that caveat as well.
Is that true though?
Yeah, unless you're some kind of, I feel like unless you're a savant who has a couple thousand and you can profit off of that immensely from doing your due diligence and getting lucky simultaneously, and you could keep that streak going.
Yeah, I guess. That always is the case, right? You're never going to make a lot of money. You only can make as much money as you're making. That you can only double your money.
Right.
And then that's so risky.
Yeah, it's literally gambling.
There's nothing that is you can double your money quick. So yeah, that's everything. So yeah, of course you're not going to make a lot of money if you have no money in it.
Right.
Right?
I just wish it was easier.
Well, you could just follow the senators where the senators buy their stuff.
Like Nancy Pelosi and her husband and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way you could be a genius professor and then get accepted to that one group.
Mensa?
No. There's actually a stock group that's just basically only professors.
Oh.
And basically it's the most profitable of all the things, but it's it's not by much.
Okay.
It's 2%, but
I'll take it.
I know.
2% of a million is not bad.
Oh yeah, that's what they. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to qualify. You have to kill a baby or whatever.
You have to worship Moloch. And
Yeah, whatever it takes to get you into Harvard. You have to do
Bohemian
that
Grove. You got to worship Moloch. You got to check your thetan levels. All that good stuff.
again. Yeah, you gotta stop drinking water.
No, you got to actually work for Nestle and poison the water. I think that's how it goes.
Yeah.
What's anything new, exciting going on in your life?
Oh God. So many things. So the baby.
It sounds sorry.
We got a baby coming.
It sounded so negative. Oh, goddamn baby.
Yeah, I got a baby coming.
That's great.
I got a pregnant wife.
That's fun.
I have a leaky house. I have
That's exciting.
I have a job that's never the same every week.
Yeah. Keeping it fresh.
Yeah, financially and emotionally. Yeah.
So actually, the graph for the sound clips is your emotional levels
Oh,
rising and
thank
falling.
you. I didn't realize. I didn't realize.
Well, you're spiking right now, so I guess you're doing pretty well. Yeah, see, that's great. That's positive.
That's good. That's good content machine. Yeah. So baby, the baby is a cucumber.
What does that mean?
That's the length. It is.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, or width. I don't know. I hate this. There's an app and my wife loves it and I hate it. But basically, it always says what the size of the baby is, and so for a little bit, I was like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, it's a grape.
It just compares
fun.
to objects or specifically
Yeah.
fruits and veggies. Oh, that's cool.
It's just whatever something like in the very beginning it was like the head of a match,
Wow.
right? And then it keeps going, but now it's like a cucumber, and I'm like, I don't like these things. I've seen small cucumbers,
Right.
and I've seen very large cucumbers, and I know it's not a large cucumber.
Yeah.
Right. So you need to state it, or you just gotta stop using things that are like, say, Roku remote.
Yeah, you can't keep it that ambiguous.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least say it's like a Persian cucumber or something.
Ripe. Like yes, to tell but it legit. It's like it's an orange. You're like, no.
Yeah. So it's inaccurate.
I don't think it's inaccurate. I just think I need more
specificity.
It doesn't do it for me,
Got it.
or it just makes me go, I don't trust them.
Well, it would be funny if it went from like a grapefruit to like that's like now it's just a grape.
Yeah,
Like it gets smaller.
Also, like the idea that they're like, it's like a baby.
Yeah,
You're like,
it's baby sized.
Oh, thanks
Yeah.
a lot, app. So yeah, we're debating names. We've decided to not tell anyone names, and man, people don't love it. They
What?
like it as a mystery, or they hate it. Like they think our name is bad.
That's funny. They're giving you their input on the name.
They
They're like,
want to, but we won't give it to them.
or they okay.
And they so it's an insult.
Oh, they think the name is bad even though they don't know. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, they're just gonna mess it up regardless.
Yeah. It's an insult that we don't trust them
Yeah.
with the name.
Sure.
Or two, it's the name is just bad, and we don't want their feedback, and that's why we won't tell them.
I don't think your friends have a lot of faith in you guys.
No, I have two of my closest friends that don't even know yet, because I just know that they're not gonna be that
Receptive?
supportive.
Oof. Okay.
They're just gonna be like, you a crackhead? And I'm like,
You think you got what it takes to bring life into this world,
yeah.
buddy?
And I was like, you are older than me and doing worse. One of them.
I may be calling you from my mom's cell phone in prison, but let me tell you something.
I have been thinking about that, about making amends, and how do you make amends to people that you don't want to ever talk to again? Like,
I think you kind of drop them like it's hot.
you just don't. You're just like, you're dead in your
No,
mind.
not like you're dead. You just like limit the I don't initiate anything with them, and like if they want to reach out to me, I'm like, okay, cool, hey. But
Oh, I guess so.
yeah.
Right, but then I could just literally say, I'm sorry I did this. Don't talk to me again.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't even say that don't talk to me again thing. I'm just like, I'm sorry I did this. Bye. And
whoops! Oh, nothing's going into your canteen.
Yeah.
Bye.
yeah, the well is dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a baby coming. There's no money for you.
I got nothing. I'm tapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
I wish people would just let me be more selfish and more greedy and more accepting of that. But it turns out you have a kid and they're just like, well, you still have to follow the same moral codes. And so, like, it feels like you should get something.
I think you can. It's just like it's the better to ask for forgiveness than permission. You just chalk it up to the baby and the stress of that afterwards.
Oh, I robbed you because of the baby.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wait, don't you think sentences should be worse when you go to, like, if you went to court, if you have a baby?
The sentences should be worse?
Should be lessened.
Oh, lessened. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
And it should be worse for you.
Yeah, because
No
what's my
baby.
excuse?
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
You have no one that needs anything from your ill.
I think sentencing, at least parking tickets, should be scaled based on your income.
So, like, I should just put, like, I have a lot of kids on my
Yeah.
car.
Yeah.
Just so everyone goes, well, I'm writing a ticket for a father of 4.
Yeah. Try sleeping with that on your conscience, officer.
Yeah. Damn your quotas.
Yeah. I don't understand. It's such a scam. Those street cleaning things.
You think it's a scam?
For sure. All it does is just swirl up and kickstart up the dust that it came from and put it right back where it was. And the trash and stuff.
Oh, you don't understand what... Okay, so...
At least in Jersey City. Maybe New York is a little different
it's
animal.
everywhere. So, basically what you're not considering is what happens when there is a bunch of piles of things on the side.
I know that it blocks the drainage and things overflow and flood.
It also becomes rat nests.
Okay.
And it also is where bugs grow. And it's also it is that there's a reason why our taxes pay for it. Because it's their best for our society.
So I really am taking it for granted then.
I think you don't understand how bad it could be.
I think I just have so much ire for those people because they just sit there with the most smug looks on their face while they just drive these oversized tractor vacuums.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of stuff sometimes that we like don't think about, and then if we didn't have them, we'd be like, wow, we need this.
Okay.
And you go, are you gonna pay for it? And you're like, no.
Yeah. I feel like maybe I'm starting to sound a little bit like Jordan Peters.
You're just becoming a libertarian dad.
Well, maybe we should just get rid of all the public service in general.
No paving the roads.
No paving and no toll booths. And
yeah.
I think society, all the men would thrive.
Yeah. Yeah, the men are being held down by the roads.
The oppressive roadsides.
Yeah, young men would not commit suicide if they didn't have to pay small minor fines.
If the bridges, the infrastructure were in disrepair, how would all these sad men jump off of them?
I don't really know if it's Jordan Peterson or just a sad man with a falsetto voice. Like yours, I've heard a lot of Jordan Peterson impressions, and yours is weirdly just sad, a sad guy.
I don't know why that's why I like defaulting to, but it's
definitely not right. It's definitely not right. There's a twang. He has a twang in it. And you're just like, oh yeah.
I like your Jordan Peterson a lot more. Let's hear Jordan. I want to hear more of your Jordan Peterson.
Oh, when you think about it, it's Kermit the Frog.
Yeah,
or Miss Piggy or
Dr.
something.
Peterson, how do you feel about marriages? Or having children before you get married?
It's a dying concept. Look, I never said I was good at it. I said that you were bad at it.
I see nothing wrong with these statements.
Yeah, that's all.
I never said I was good at it. I just said you were bad at it. That's the quote of the century.
Yeah.
I'm putting that on my tombstone.
Yeah, he lived, he died. He was not good at what he did.
Yeah. That's great. Awesome. You have the nicest way of telling people that they're not good at something.
Look, you have many impressions that you do that are pretty good. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that one was not close
That's
to
just
me.
yeah. It doesn't hit home for you.
No.
I'm gonna have to listen.
I listened to him all the time.
Okay.
How dare you?
What's this class called? He has doesn't he have like a master class?
He has. I think he got fired from his school.
Oh right, yeah, because he was like a professor in Canada, but he got, like they let me go because they were too radical.
Yeah. Oh, I bet you made so much money.
Oh yeah, he made his own podcast thing.
No, he made so much money from the school.
At the
from the school.
yeah,
I bet
at
you
the
they,
podcast,
they didn't fire him. They
gave him a nice severance package
that was
because they didn't want the heat.
Insane.
Yeah.
That was insane money.
Do you think they're like paying him like continually, or is it just like one big bundle?
Here you go. Here's $2 million. Leave us alone.
He's like, I'm going to start a podcast
Yes.
with Ben Shapiro and.
Is he on that? He's on that.
I don't think he's on with the Daily Wire, but he collabs, I think.
Yeah.
And those guys have so much money. They make so much money. It's crazy. Political commentators on social media, it's a wild thing. You look at these people that have like 700,000 to 3 million subscribers.
Yeah, but you have to be articulate, and that is harder than you might ever.
Look at Tim Pool.
That guy's articulate.
I've never heard an opinion fall apart in real time before.
He has a good hat.
Yeah, he wears a good beanie.
Yeah. He's definitely bald.
You know what? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He's good at talking in circles.
Because I'm not. I just like wearing a hat, but he is bald.
He's very good at talking in circles to make it seem like he's smart, I feel like.
Sure, but he has to be smart enough to be able to run a team.
Okay, but like in terms of when he's commenting on things, he'll like prove himself wrong in real time while he's looking up articles and just I don't know.
Have you seen that woman that's like wearing the MAGA hat and she's like complaining about homeless people, and then he asks her what they should do to fix homeless people?
No.
And then she just explains a socialist system's way of taking care of homeless people. It's like, well, the government should have a program that supports and houses
these people.
And you're like,
Keep going.
Yeah. I was like, and who should pay for that? We should all pay for it. Oh, cool.
Progressive.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. We've been at this for a good bit of time. I don't know if you want to keep going a little bit more. You're here for a while. We're gonna be doing a show in a little bit.
I am gonna be doing a show in a little bit.
I have to say, if this episode does get published, by the way, if you guys don't follow or listen or look at Lucas Connolly, you definitely should, because he's one of the funniest people I've ever encountered in my life. And
I appreciate it. Definitely do that.
He needs it, guys.
I really need help.
He's staring into the abyss right now. He's staring into the void of death.
Yeah. It's really unfortunate that the world's really dependent on you being good at social media.
Yeah, I hate it.
And I think I need hypnotism or something.
Ooh.
I feel like I need a shock. And it basically that says you can't think that anymore.
Yeah.
Like right. where I go, social media is a really toxic thing that keeps us all freaking down, and everything's like a penny slot, and nothing is doing this, and you're rationing out your feeling. Like I need that gone.
Yeah.
I need all that stuff gone, and I need that. Like when I think that, it should be like post.
Almost like a Pavlovian thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. You know, if I could be hypnotized, I would love to like see like an old school like Franz Mesmer kind of thing, you know?
What do you want?
He was the guy, Franz Mesmer, he was the guy who invented like mesmerism. That's where we get the word mesmerized from, because like he was an actual
is he like the spirals and stuff?
I think he was the hypnotist that did the spirals and stuff. And
sure.
Like, people were legit like hypnotized by him, I think.
Yeah.
I just think that would be cool, especially old-timey, because like back then, I feel like people were way more impressed. People were a lot less skeptical Or people are a lot more skeptical now than they were back then.
I don't think. I actually am not. So there's a hypnotist in Boston that's they did like a scientific study on,
Yeah.
and 70% of the people who went there to quit smoking, and it's like actually like it's quantified.
I think you told me about this. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not. I'm sure it's like chiropractic, like where it's a lot of quacks.
Yeah, for sure.
But in theory, being adjusted, like your body being adjusted, is like can make you feel better, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure there is a method that in some place. I'm not saying most of them. I'm saying that there is a person that can do it.
Okay. Here's the thing, right? Because I'm a teacher. If hypnosis is real and authentic and all that, why don't we just like send them to like auditoriums full of kids and be like, just work hard and be really smart and be really respectful of your teachers. Just do that at the beginning of every school year.
Oh, because hypnotism doesn't work in large settings, I believe, for large groups. And there is a certain percentage of people who cannot be hypnotized. It doesn't matter what they do. You go into a hypnotist and they try to do all the things and it just doesn't happen. And that's just a thing that is commonplace with hypnotism. My buddy was a really picky eater.
Yeah.
And they didn't know what to do because he's gonna die.
It was that dire?
He is. He's gonna die soon, probably.
Wow.
Not like in the sense that he just has not ate anything green, maybe. Other than maybe cilantro and something like.
I put basil on my pizza. Relax.
Well, that's
it's
it.
Like 3 leaves.
Seriously. No vegetables. Literally almost no vegetables.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Oh, yeah. And so they tried to hypnotize, and he went to the hypnotist, and they just sat there for 30 minutes.
I would love to see like a hypnotist reaction of like someone who's like acclaimed and super professional and prestigious, and they're just not getting what they want from the person.
I think they actually even state it. The real professional ones just go, "Hey,
it's not for everyone.
This might not work for you, and I'm sorry if it doesn't work for you."
Wow.
I don't know if there's a refund. That's why they're charlatans. But
yeah.
But again, it is their time. Like,
Sure.
Like if you went to a personal trainer and then you couldn't lift any, like, you know what I mean, for a specialized thing, and all of a sudden you pulled your back and couldn't do anything, they wouldn't be like, well, don't pay me.
Right. Well, I went to a bunch of like physical therapists and stuff for my back when I messed it up, and they were like, this should work. I was like, all right, cool, let's try it, and nothing really worked. And yeah, it's kind of wild how even in like the medical fields, there's so much uncertainty about things. The doctors were like, there's a chance you might live with this pain the rest of your life. There's a chance you might not walk. There's a chance everything might be fine. I'm like, those are big swings to take.
Yeah, I had a doctor that was just like, eat more grains. I was like, that's bad. That's just, I know that for a fact. I know that of all the things,
more grains
is definitely not it. There's no way.
I'm
fat. No.
What was
no
the justification on that?
Something about cholesterol or something. And I was like, there's no way that's it.
Yeah.
There's no way. And still going to him. It's a lot of work getting a doctor.
Oh, I know. Do you use ZocDoc at all?
I see. ZocDoc doesn't work anymore for Medicaid.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's lame.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I love ZocDoc. I went to so many different doctors when I messed up my back. I was like, boop, that one's a network. Boop, that one's a network. That one's only a half mile away. I was lining up appointments like you wouldn't believe.
Did you find anyone that you're like, oh, the one I've been trying to fake, the scheme the system?
We can cut that part out.
No, wait, no, keep it in. All right, but I'm trying to find free massage. 'Cause I feel like it's there.
No, you could do that. You just got to find like a chiropractor that's in network. And they'll give you massages. They'll do the whole night. I used to do that. I used to do acupuncture, massage.
I don't know. It seems like for the Medicaid one, you have to get a referral.
Do you?
I think so.
Yeah. There's one around here, and they're pretty good with most insurances.
But that's Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Is yours you can only do in New York?
Yeah. That's how that works.
What? I was able to see doctors in New York that were totally covered by my insurance.
Yeah, because you have real insurance. Not government-paid insurance.
Fair enough.
I'm not doing well. I've had these same glasses for like 7 years. And they were paid by Obama. This was Obamacare glasses.
This is the portion of the show where I give the Venmo to both Lucas and myself.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You know, I thought they would be. This is a funny idea for a podcast. Is literally the idea of it is that we have a Patreon, and basically every week I have to spend every bit of the money.
What is this, Brewster's Millions? Lucas's Hundreds.
Exactly. And so basically every week, every month, I'm like, guys, I only had $25.
I kind of love this idea. I think you should roll with this.
And it's like, and I'm gonna go do something with the experience.
Yeah.
And then but then it'll get crazier and crazier and crazier the more money. And now all of a sudden I'm in Thailand with ladyboys, you know.
Well, that escalated quickly. And before you know it, I'm doing documentaries on Epstein's Island.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just all of a sudden I'm just in new places.
I wholeheartedly endorse this idea, and let's make this happen.
Yeah.
If this podcast grows, I want to do that.
That sounds like a good podcast, though.
I think that's an amazing premise. I think we just found the heart of the show.
It's my podcast and your podcast.
You can take over. That's fine. You can run the whole thing.
Dude, but I think it's so good.
That's a phenomenal idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like in the beginning, it'll be so sad.
Well, it's like that thing where like somebody had to trade like a paper clip and they keep trading and trading. Eventually it was like turned into a house. You ever hear that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of like somewhat analogous.
Yeah.
But my idea is cooler.
I would love, they skip some steps.
Yeah.
In that paperclip analogy.
Yeah. Like someone has to die.
Yeah, they're like, and then they're all like, and now I traded this for a lawnmower.
Why is there blood on the lawnmower?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, and now you're mowing lawns. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You're not, it's not that you took that paperclip and turned, like, now you are doing a job. You basically got an item, and now you're doing a job.
I think the thing that kind of made that expectation unfair was the fact that this person already had, like, social media clout. So, like, they used that as their, it was kind of like when Lil Dicky was trying to make that music video for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I have no money.
To be clear, there's nothing in my pockets.
Right. Should I start the Patreon with my account? At like whatever is in my account?
I think what we'll do is we'll attach the Patreon and the Venmo to this podcast.
Of my Patreon?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really funny idea, is that you just do an old podcast, but you just, all the money goes to someone else.
Yeah, all the revenue stream goes directly into your bank account.
I love it. I love the idea that you're like, we do this podcast just to support Lucas.
It's called, the website is called savelucas.com.
Oh my God. I wonder if that exists. www. Are we
find
doing
out.
this? Squarespace?
Let's find out.
I call it cheap dates or something, or what do you, that I bet you exists.
Cheap dates?
I'm sure that exists.
Savelucas.com. Whoa. Buy that URL.
Wow.
Yeah. I think that's what we got to do.
And so, yeah, the idea of the podcast is every week, whatever money I get in the Patreon, I have to spend on an activity.
And it's only through the Patreon, not through any other shows or gigs, right? It's just that
just
one?
the Patreon.
Okay, perfect.
And then so if in the beginning it's $10 or whatever, I get my wife to donate it or something.
Yeah. We'll get ghost donations.
Yeah. No. Like my wife will do the first one, and that's it.
Okay.
But then I'm gonna have to find $10 activities.
Sure. It could just be food. Like you could just take a picture of you like eating a hot dog or something.
Right. I think I have to report about it. I think the thing is I just had to go. Some halal is better than other halal. Have you been into Adele's, by the way?
No.
So last time I went to Adele's, it's this halal place right in front of Rockefeller Center.
Okay.
And there is a line that takes 2 hours to get this halal food.
Jesus.
And I waited in it.
Okay.
And I got near the front, like almost to the front.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy just comes up to me and just goes, "Hey." I go, "What's up?" He goes, "If I just buy your meals, can I just jump in with you?" And I looked behind me to the people, and then they just shrugged, and I was like, "Cool." I was gonna get 2 plates. Like I immediately doubled my load.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah.
I would have done that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually doing this for my whole family. You mind? I was gonna get.
I'm not kidding you. That's what happened with him.
Wow.
He probably ordered 6 to 7 things.
Oh, he was definitely throwing down for the family.
Oh, it was awesome. What he just did was he was just like, "Is it $20 worth? Is $20 worth this?"
Honestly, that's a baller move. That's
It
pretty
was sick.
Yeah.
It was sick. But then I did think, I was like, "Is this a job?"
Like that's a smart thing to do because like it benefits both parties.
Right. The only one that gets mad is the person that's right behind them.
Sure.
And so that's why I had to be like, "Is this okay, guys?"
Right. Is this cool? You guys, are you narcs? Like, am I gonna?
Because dude, you get the wrong New Yorker. Hey, I'm trying to get my halal.
I love the way your typical New Yorker has some kind of speech impediment.
Hey, I go halal.
As someone who lives in New York and has been there
Hey,
considerably more time than I have.
it's hard. It's hard on you. Anyways, I was like, "Is this a job? Is this a job I can just start doing?" You think?
I think you should. We'll use the Patreon money. We'll figure it out.
But I did think, I was like, "That's a good $10." That was like a good date because it was an hour and a half.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. That's great.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like there's so much more that we could say and talk about, but
Sure.
I don't mind keeping it short just for the sake of,
Yep.
pilot time.
And also, you have no idea if it sounds good.
Yeah, well, I'll hear it. I'll
Yeah,
listen
yeah,
back
yeah.
on it.
Yep,
I think
yep.
we did a good job, though.
Yeah, and you can use AI.
Yeah, exactly. We'll just end with plugs. Lucas, is there anything you want to plug?
Yeah. Lovable Lucas. Instagram. Go. Thank you.
You should watch his stuff, guys.
Please.
It's absolutely hysterical. And you can follow me, stuff from Aaron with 2 A's. Okay, thanks for listening. That's it. Adios.